Hello, this is a walkthrough of my song Getaway from the album VX1. We're going to be looking at the session of this song and kind of all the things that went into making it. This session that we're looking at is pre-mixed, so this is before a lot of the effects and stuff have been added. This is more just all the recording and tracking has been done, so all the singing has been recorded, and all the editing is done. So everything that's like fixing little time things and fixing like pitch correction stuff and yeah, that kind of like tuning things. And all the sequencing of this percussion, which you can see up here. So yeah, and before we get into the session, actually, I kind of want to talk about a little bit of the songwriting of this song and arranging of this song, because it was, frankly, it was just a pain in the ass. The really like this song was built off of the chorus lead. That was the most solid thing that I had during the songwriting. So you can kind of hear it in here. All of this stress, we didn't get away. Trying our best, but we need to get away. So that was kind of like the driving factor of the song, and a lot of things changed around that throughout the whole songwriting and arranging part. So I guess I can go through a few of the iterations of this where it really started. So first, a lot of times when I'm writing a song, basically in all the songs on this album, I first recorded stuff with electronic instruments and kind of like just to get a basic idea of where my songwriting was. It's much faster than recording a cappella. So you can kind of hear that here. But you notice the tone is very different in this than the actual song Getaway. It's very much more upbeat. This version is this major key. Holding it together just to stay in place. But all of this stress, we need to get away. It's just that bass line, and I kind of like tried to fill that out a little bit when I went to more acapella stuff. We need to get away. And it just felt boring, I guess. But I knew I liked the tune. So kind of was trying to figure out everything that goes behind that, and I tried a lot of different like kind of variations. And a lot of them are like fairly different. Let's make it away. All of this. Let's make a getaway. I don't know out of the money. Just about at a time. Oh yeah. I think. Yeah. So you find the intro. That's where the intro came from. But and kind of go through it. And this one, I kind of went back to the feeling of this song or this version. Yeah. And then I finally ended up back to like where it ended up. And a lot of this version, obviously key change, and a lot of that actually came from a chord progression that I was just fiddling around on the piano, and I found chords that I liked with that tune that was very different than the major key like kind of tune that I was using before. So we'll hear that in a bit of the kind of chords that are in our session. But yeah, so again, in our session, I kind of split things up with our percussion first, kind of low to high frequency range. Then we got our bass, and I guess in this one, I kind of snuck the lead in here. I think I just had these earlier ones because they're kind of starting out that intro, so just where they were. I think I kind of as they came in. Some lead stuff. I think this whistle. Sometimes when I have whistles, they're part of the percussion. And this one is part of the. This is more of like a melody line, so I have it after the leads. And I've got some various like pads and whatnot. a lot of this is driven by this main pad down here. This is the chord progression here throughout the entire song, basically. And this is obviously like very effects. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. We've got, oh, actually I should do them one at a time, huh? So you got the auto pan there, which kind of, I wanted it to kind of like give a kind of like a, and then got the auto filter, which is the big effect. So yeah, this one is very driven by effects, obviously. And this is the chord progression that I kind of played with on the piano a bit, and then kind of like found its way into Vox. And you notice there's like some noise stuff that's going on. That's just to kind of fill out the instrument that I'm creating here. Yeah, so that's our main pad that kind of goes throughout the whole song. Let's see, and this one I wanted it to, again, kind of like fire it up. I wanted this to feel a little bit more natural, of a kind of percussion. I don't even think did I use any. It doesn't look like I did. I don't think I used a drum machine on this at all. So it's just straight, just like a spit track. So I took this spit track. Oh, I think I remember. The reason why I didn't want to use a drum machine here is because a lot of this is like a little bit moving around the beat a little bit, and it's just really annoying to program that kind of stuff. It's a little bit loose. So basically, when I record, I record this. You see 2 tracks. That's 2 takes that are panned hard left and hard right. And this is just basically a straight vocal percussion track. And then basically what I do is I'll take this split track and I'll break it up by sound. So I might take like this kick and kind of just split it up and then put it into another track or whatever, and I will make these tracks here. So these are the same as that spit track, just split up, so I can EQ them and treat them individually. So yeah, so that's the percussion. The bass in this one is a little bit, was like also a big pain. Mostly because I can't sing well that low for this song. This song kind of was a low bass line for me. And I think and I wanted it to sound even bassier, so I kind of had a lot of stuff going on. It was also hard because it's kind of a loose bass line too. And then I've got the ABB. And so the bass line with the percussion was rather difficult to get in line, just because they're so kind of interplay with each other. But it was just a lot of takes and a lot of editing after. I don't remember what this is. Yeah. So I think like where the where that bass comes in, or is it where the kicks come in here? This is kind of probably one of my favorite moments on the album, where it's just sort of like a
We can keep on going and going, and I think about falling down. We hold up and stay in the rain.
yeah. Oh yeah, but you could hear like that. Like I was definitely like doing some pitching stuff on some of the low notes. I just could not reach them. It's one of those things where you just have to like wait for a sick day so your voice is a little bit lower so you can hit those. But yeah, so getting all those in line and then having them line up with the rest of the song too was really annoying. Just in terms of timing. Let's see. The lead stuff is pretty straightforward. It's just a bunch of it's just
Out of our minds, we're just bad at a time.
Stuff, some doubles, hard pan left right, 2 takes on all those ones.
All of this stress, we need to get away. We're trying our best, but we need to get away.
I think this was this
Put on them bass vision go.
I think this one's this one. I don't know. I had trouble with this.
Put on them bass vision go. Low tide at the tide pole, high times at the grotto.
Yeah, so there's
Boat up, we're going to another day.
so this one I kind of was trying to get it one of those like I don't know I wanted it to kind of sound like it was coming over like an old radio or something. So you'll hear the effects on it in the mix. You don't hear that here. This is just kind of raw.
Boat up, we're going to another day.
Proximity dub is basically just me getting really close to the mic is what I meant by that.
Boat up, we're going to another day.
I kind of wanted to have that there for that warmth.
Boat up, we're going to another day.
You can kind of hear the difference between those two dubs. And I wanted to be able to have those balance out to kind of fill it up because this dub is basically both these are kind of meant to just emphasize those phrases just a tad, so having like that combination of like warmth and intelligibility makes it pop a little bit more, I think.
Can't see what come. Boat up, we're going to another day. Don't worry about this, the road bump. Don't worry about this here one cut. Don't worry about it, she won't care.
But yeah. Let's see here. What else is this?
That of a style, just about at a time. We never look quite far now. Leaving our cage.
Yeah, and it's the same kind of standard dub stuff that I've been doing in other songs. So I mean basically like that is like the whole song, right? You got the percussion, the bass, the leads, and that one pad that goes through the whole thing. Everything else is kind of just decoration, There's the intro, which is basically pretty straight harmonies. The intro is kind of funny because I recorded this. You can hear it if you listen closely on the track, but I kind of just liked it. When I brought it over from an old session, this was in a whole different key, and I repitched it to be in this key just to like play with it. And then I kind of liked the way that it kind of like changed the vibrato in the voice. So you can.
We'll hold up here to stay in the race, holding it together just to stay in place. But with all of this stress, we need to get away.
Yes, it's almost like that chipmunk effect a little bit, where like the Alvin and the Chipmunks, where it's just some voices that are like pitched up a lot. This is pitched up just a little bit, but it adds a little bit of flutter in those higher notes, which I kind of liked, so I just kept it. I didn't retrack that later. This is just a repitched version of kind of what you heard in those earlier tracks. Oh, I guess in this one.
We're hold up here to stay in the race, holding it together.
It might have not been. It might have not been those exact ones, but I had some variation of that. That was slower and in a different key, and then so I just moved it around for that one and kept it. I think this looks like it's retracked though, maybe, or maybe it's just cut. I don't know.
We'll hold up here to stay in the race, holding it together just to stay in place.
Yeah, so that one's retracked, and I think that was just because I wanted to fill out that space more. This was not really big enough, and I wanted it to feel a little bit bigger in that section.
We'll hold up here to stay in the race, holding it together just to stay in place.
Yeah. And so let's see, what else do we fill out here? Oh, the slide pads are kind of fun. A lot of these are just playing with different sounds. That part's part of that ooh, I think, too, actually. Oh, well.
Don't let this stress.
Yeah, these are
Don't let this stress.
fun little things.
We're trying our best. Don't let this stress.
I think this is just filling up some counter melody or something.
Hot times at the grotto. Take a dive, take a bottle. Put the goggles down there. Cut in a bind, cut in a hole. Cut by the view, stop by the new tunnel vision. Can't see what.
Don't let this stress.
Not that day.
Don't let this
About this the roll
stress.
bump. Don't worry about this here one cut.
Don't let
worry
this
about it,
stress.
she won't care.
Don't let this stress.
Yeah, and really just kind of focusing back to this thing. Don't remember what this is. Oh, yeah. So this was just kind of like I was trading off the melody line between a few different places with I think it was that sound, the bass, and a whistle, kind of switching up. It looks like my night thing came on. Oops. Now the screen's yellow. What's this? Yeah, just filling up space, kind of adding some little things of interest, and really the end is just going through and that whistle thing doing its thing. Yeah, this song is not super complicated. It just like each of the individual parts. I think it's just because so much of it is reliant on the bass and the percussion, that it made it quite a bit more complicated to record than some of the other ones where they're a little bit more straightforward. But this song was a lot of fun, and yeah, that's the last song on the album, and I thought it was kind of a fun way to close it out and just kind of chill out and get away, so yeah, thanks. I hope this video was useful at all. But yeah, I hope you have fun looking at some of the other videos around here. Thanks.